SolAR is an open-source framework under Apache v2 license, dedicated to augmented reality. It is modular and evolutive to meet your requirements. It allows developers to build a customized computer vision pipeline addressing augmented reality applications. By defining a common API, it promotes interoperability of AR technologies. It encourages the sharing and integration of innovative augmented reality solutions from academic and industrial teams. Let's take a look at how SolAR works and how it is designed to easily implement from scratch pose estimation solutions or other augmented reality pipelines based on computer vision components published by the SolAR community. Firstly, the SolAR component creator implements components from scratch or by wrapping third parties. It must respect the common SolAR component interface to ensure interoperability. It can embed several components into a module to ease its publication. The modules can be hosted on open or private repositories to share them with the SolAR community. To design a computer vision pipeline, such as a pose estimation solution, the SolAR pipeline assembler downloads modules of interest from repositories. Then, it chooses among a collection of SolAR component interfaces the ones required to implement its pipeline. And it connects them together to design a kind of template pipeline. Then it can build a pipeline for sharing with the SolAR community. After that, it can bind and configure component implementations embedded in modules. No need to rebuild the pipeline if you want to swap one component implementation by another, as the binding and configuration of the components is done at runtime and defined in a dedicated XML configuration file. We provide a plugin for Unity to allow a SolAR pipeline user to select the best SolAR pipeline according to AR service requirement. Then, the SolAR pipeline user can develop and test his AR service before deploying it for his customers or end users. At this stage, we provide the SolAR open source community with some pipeline samples that can be directly used in Unity. To use SolAR pipelines in Unity, it is very simple. Add to your scene the content you want to display, here the SolAR mascot, and tag it as a SolAR object to make it disappear when tracking fails. Then, add the SolAR pipeline loader prefab into your scene. Feel free to change the clipping planes of your main camera defined in meters. Select your pipeline loader and drag and drop your main camera on the camera field. You can choose from 3 SolAR pipelines currently available. Let's start with the fiducial marker pipeline. You can edit many parameters to configure it according to your requirements. Now test your AR applications by running it. Point your camera at the fiducial marker and you will see the SolAR mascot appear on top of the fiducial marker. Now you can test the SLAM pipeline. Again, you have access to many parameters to configure it. Let's play it. To initialize the SLAM, start to point your camera at the fiducial marker. You can see in green the key point used to create a 3D map of your real environment. You can see that when traffic fails, it can be recovered instantly. Finally, you can test a natural image marker pipeline. Again, point your camera at the image marker. The SolAR mascot will appear. As you can see, there is nothing complicated about using SolAR pipelines in Unity. The SolAR community is working hard to implement new features. First of all, an Android version is in progress and will be released soon. Also, as commercial solutions already offer very accomplished and high-performance components, we are adding to SolAR interfaces a built-in SLAM interface to integrate them into your customized pipeline. The SLAM provided by the HoloLens SDK will be the first implementation integrated to SolAR. As depth sensors are more and more widespread, a dedicated interface is being defined and an implementation for RealSense sensors will soon be available. Finally, in order to prepare for the AR cloud's emergence, we plan to implement a multi-agent SLAM and to offer an easy way to distribute and orchestrate SolAR pipeline into the cloud. So, if you are interested in using SolAR pipelines in your AR services, by assembling new pipelines, by implementing new components, or by contributing to the SolAR framework, you are welcome to join the SolAR open source community.